Since I've been alive, whoever the Republican presidential candidate has been, they've demonized. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's John McCain. It doesn't matter if it was, Mitt Romney. It doesn't matter who it is. They will demonize the Republican candidate.
What's going on, crew? Welcome back to the show. I'm so glad you were able to make it back. Your boy missed you. And hopefully you missed your boy too. Now, today we're going to be talking about Charlamagne Tha God, aka Leonard. I think this is his real name, Leonard Leonard, but we're going to be referring to him as Leonard throughout the rest of the show. He sat down with ABC and in an interview and basically stated that President Biden has no main character. And there's a series of interview questions we want to go through. So I'm going to go ahead and chop it up a little bit because I don't want to get no copyright strike. So I'll be giving you the questions that the interview was actually asking. And then I'll play the Charlamagne's responses, and I'll go ahead and give my commentary to what it is that this ignorant brother actually has to say. But before we actually get into the show, I just need to say, crew, you already know what to do. But if this is your first time here, I'm just going to ask if you can be ever so kind as to drop a token in the tip cup, because your support fuels the journey, and I'm grateful for every supporter that I have. Now, let's go ahead and get into the show.
Crooks are the Republicans, the cowards are the Democrats, because they don't fight hard enough on anything. And, the couch is voter apathy. And, that's who everybody is up against in 2024. And right now, it feels like the couch is going to win. I don't know who that benefits, by the couch winning, but it feels like the couch is going to win.
All right, in response to Leonard saying that the Republicans are the crooks and the Democrats are the cowards, I'm just going to say how. I don't understand why you feel like this, because the truth of the matter is the Democrats have been in charge of these urban areas for the past 60 years. Where have the Republicans been? They haven't been in these urban areas. And in addition to these urban areas, that's mainly your base, right? This is an urban radio show. So these are people from urban communities who are listening to this show, and there have been no Republicans in these areas running anything. So maybe it's time to question if they're really doing right by the people. Leonard looks at a vote for the couch as apathy. Well, I challenge that, and I look at the a vote for the couch as people saying we don't want another 4 more years of Weekend at Bernie's, aka Joe Biden. So nah, the black community needs change, so don't get it twisted. It's the Dems that's been playing the black community this whole time. So Leonard then gets asked what's his sense, or how engaged does he think that his audience is in this election?
My audience, I feel like my audience is America. And when I'm out and about, just walking in the street, people are calling into the radio station, like nobody is inspired, by the upcoming election. Like, like nobody wants to see the rematch between, Biden and Trump. And that's what makes me feel like the couch is going to win. This is the first time in my life when people say things like, this person is a threat to democracy. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely true. And it's mind-boggling to me that, nobody is taking it as serious as I feel like they should. Like, we watched an attempted coup of this country happen on January 6th, and everybody's acting like it was just a bunch of people, wilding at spring break, down in Florida. Yeah. Like, we literally watched, people try to overthrow the government because they didn't like the results of an election led by a former, president. If that doesn't cause a sense of urgency in people, I don't know what will.
Leonard's take on the political scene is truly one for the books, bro. It really is. I mean, the uninspired president and lack of enthusiasm, I swear, it's like a plot twist that nobody asked for. Diversity in political beliefs, right? Who needs clear vision when you can drown in the sea of interpretations? And on the January 6th thing, right? Was that a political coup or a misguided field trip? I'm joking. But seriously, no one likes what happened that day. But let's not, call it a coup. No one was trying to overthrow the government that day. The only people who truly believe that have an IV hookup to the mainstream media and the emotional, misguided people who tune into your show, bro. All right, the interviewer then goes on to make it a point that Weekend at Bernie's, aka President Biden, goes on to continuously make a point about the fact that January 6th was an attempt to overthrow the government. And he's asking Leonard, why is that not resonating with enough people to get them to understand how serious this election is, since democracy is at stake? Take a look.
He's just an uninspiring candidate. Like, there's nothing about, Joe Biden that makes you want to listen to him. That's why he should be leaning on, his vice president, Kamala Harris, who's way more charismatic than him. He should be leaning on, other surrogates like, Gavin Newsom or, Shapiro in Pennsylvania. Like, he should be leaning on people who are more inspiring than him, who are more charismatic than him. And he should just be, I guess, if you want to call it, the brains of the operation behind the scenes. Like, that sounds crazy that we're saying that about a president of the United States of America, but he has no main character energy at all, none.
And what is that? Is that age? Is it the way he is? I mean, why do you? What's the problem?
I don't think it has anything to do with age. You know, I think it has just everything to do with him. Like, Donald Trump is what, 3 years younger than President Biden, but he just comes off a lot more youthful. He comes off, you know, like he has a lot more energy. And I always say this about them: Donald Trump seems more sincere about his lies than Joe Biden does about his truth.
Biden, or as I like to call him, the poster child for energetic leadership. This brother is truly an inspiration. I mean, who wouldn't want a president who mixes up the presidents of other countries and has full-blown conversations with people who've been pushing up daisies since the 90s? It's like having a walking, talking history lesson, but with a touch of Bernie's charm. And let's not forget that dynamic duo once you add Kamala into the conversation. She's clearly the charisma powerhouse that we've all been looking for. Like, seriously, no shit. Move over, Hollywood. Kamala's in town. And Leonard, I gotta agree with you again, brother. You are right on the money about leaning on other stars in the party. Why not get some wisdom from Gavin Newsom? Because when you think of inspiring leaders, I immediately think of Gavin Newsom's stellar track record. And hey, Josh Shapiro is practically the fountain of charisma, especially when it comes to school choice discussions. I mean, clearly, who needs a president with clear vision when you can have a mishmash of opinions that keeps everybody second guessing? And that age thing is really just a number. I mean, who needs a president with main character energy when you can have one that can effortlessly travel through time and space, teleporting from one historical blunder to another? It's like having a real-life Doctor Who minus the TARDIS, but with a little bit more confusion. So Leonard, I completely understand why you feel like Biden should be the brains of the operation. Who wouldn't want a president whose cognitive acrobatics keep us all on our toes? It's truly the golden age of leadership that we're living in. And then Leonard goes on to say that the only reason he voted for Biden was because he actually wanted to see Kamala in a leadership role. The only thing is he's disappointed because she hasn't lived up to his expectations. Check it out.
Has she met your expectations? You've been kind of tough on her.
Yeah, no, she hasn't. You know, but I don't think it's too late for her to pivot. You know, I think that right now, you know, historically, vice presidents have always kind of played their role. Their role is to just basically parrot the president, you know, speak, you know, on behalf of the president. But I think, man, we're in a new era, right? Like for new jack problems, we need new jack solutions. Mm-hmm. And she serves a unique purpose, right? Because she is the first woman of color in that position. So there's things that she could talk about. There's things that she could say that I feel like, you know, he can't. And I mean, man, we all remember her in those Senate hearings when she was pressing those people, when she was like really on, you know, she was prosecuting these people. And I want to see her prosecute the case against Donald Trump in this country. I feel like she could go out there and really let the American people, you know what's going on. I'd like to see her going on outlets like Fox News. I'd like to see her going in there and mixing it up.
So this brother's talking about Kamala's expectations. It's like ordering a pizza with extra cheese, but instead you get one covered in disappointment. It's like, bro, they promised us a party-size Supreme, but all we got was a single slice with a side of word salad, smothered in letdown. And I want to ask you a question about this whole woman of color thing. What the hell does that even really mean? I mean, seriously, what does that have to do with merit? You know, the ability to actually get a job done. We all know why Kamala got chosen as VP, and trust me, it has nothing to do with skill set, right? They tapped her because they wanted to see how we can actually get these Negroes to vote for us again. And on the whole prosecuting Trump thing, next. Anyway, the interviewer goes on to ask him, is he actually getting any blowback because of his opinions about the party?
Well, do you get blowback from the White House? Because you, even now in this conversation, you're very tough on Biden. So when you say something critical, do you hear from him?
Yeah, and I think that's the stupidest ever, because I think that, I'm sorry.
But we can bleep that out.
Yeah, because I feel like you should be able to criticize whoever your elected official is, right? Yeah. And even if I do criticize them, I'm criticizing them because of what I see coming up in November. I see what we're facing. So what I'm saying to them is, where is the sense of urgency? You can't keep saying that there's a threat to democracy, and democracy as we know it is going to be gone, but not act like it. And the other problem is they've always done this with every single Republican candidate. Since I've been alive, whoever the Republican presidential candidate has been, they've demonized. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's John McCain. It doesn't matter if it was, Mitt Romney. It doesn't matter who it is. They will demonize the Republican candidate.
All right, so I agree here with Leonard when he's basically saying that none of our elected officials should be above criticism, right? That's a good point. I have to agree with him there. But where I disagree with him is that he believes that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. The brother's clearly just regurgitating mainstream media's parroting of Democratic talking points. So then the interviewer goes on to ask Leonard, does he really think that President Trump is going to win?
I don't know, but that's what's scary about it, right? Because when you look at everything he's done, right? The attempted coup of this country, put the Supreme Court judges on who got rid of Roe v. Wade, takes credit.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and cut the video there. The rest of that is just some, a bunch of nonsense about Trump being a threat to democracy. As he just got finished saying, it's been that way. Every single Republican candidate that's actually, run for office and have gotten into office, they've all been a threat to democracy, according to the left. So I will make sure that I actually leave the link to the full video in the description so you can listen to the whole thing without hearing my rambling. Guys, if you enjoyed this type of content, you want to see more, make sure you smash that like button and please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm going to thank you in advance for checking out the rest of my videos. So until I see you on the next one, I'll catch you in the comments. I'm gone.